Go ahead, girl. You should know that this the ReeRee show. Life of ReeRee, let's go. It's your world, yes indeed. Hey, you should know that this the ReeRee show. Life of ReeRee, let's go. It's your world, yes indeed.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's the Life of ReeRee. Well, as you know, today is Dr. Martin Luther King's observational birthday. It's not his actual birthday because he was born January 15th. And how I know that is because I read my history. And he actually was born Michael. He wasn't even born Martin. But we'll get into that a little bit later when I give y'all a little bit of history on Dr. Martin Luther King. But this actually is a good meal that I got here. It's pretty simple. Nothing over the extreme, over the top. Because I kind of wanted to talk a little bit more because, you know, today is the observational of his birthday, and I'm a Capricorn and so is he, so that's another bonus. So what I have here is I have some rice, I have some Great Northern beans, and I just made my own little mini burritos. It's steak in here, it's mushrooms, onions and bell peppers, and I made a little sauce to go with it. And what I did was I took that Herdez green guacamole salsa and ranch dressing I mixed together. Oh my God, y'all. When I say good, that is the best kind. But it's got to be Hidden Valley ranch. It can't be no cheap ranch. So that's what that is. And I'm going to let you see how it looks. Don't that look good? Can y'all see it? So that's what that is. So it's the Herdez guacamole salsa. And it's, you know, the one that's in the green jar that we all use for our tacos that is so good out here. And then some Hidden Valley ranch dressing, you mix it up, and this is what you get. So like I said, these have steak inside, mushrooms, green peppers, onions. This is a wheat tortilla shell. I basically put this in the air fryer as well, too. So I've been trying to be healthy. I've been cooking everything in my air fryer. You know, I've been trying not to put things in grease or whatever. But we're going to pray over this meal and get started. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for this food that I'm about to receive. Let it be nourishment to my body, my soul, and strength. Let no hurt, harm, or danger come amongst me. Bless the hands who prepared it, which was myself. And thank you for all the things that Dr. Martin Luther King presented for our rights and for our actually have a sense of somewhat of freedom. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So let's dig in. So I got some rice. I'm going to put my rice on top of my beans, y'all. And these Great Northern beans are good. I used to didn't eat beans when I was younger. Couldn't pay me. Now I'll be tearing beans up. Okay. Let me turn this down something like it's trying to cook a little bit. So I'm going to let y'all get the first bite of this. There you go. First bite. Y'all, this is good. And how many people don't eat Great Northern beans? I like them. Check that out, y'all. Lipstick and all. Oh, I forgot I put cheese in here too. My God, y'all, this sauce is so good. Try this combination. You'll like it. Very good. It's an eating show, so you're going to see food on some mouths. So, today is a mukbang. It's a Dr. Martin Luther King mukbang. So, his favorite foods was collard greens, good old cornbread, fried chicken, y'all, pecan pie, anything Southern. He liked it. Anything Southern. Homemade macaroni and cheese. So, I've always asked this question forever and ever, but neither here nor there. His birthday is on the 15th. Why not celebrate on the 15th? So maybe somebody can answer that for me. Y'all, this sauce so good. Mm-hmm. I'm so good. I mean, good. Look at that, y'all. Y'all can see the steak, the cheese coming out. We got mushrooms, green peppers, onions. Mm-hmm. Can't go wrong with this meal. So how many people's off work? I had to work today. Where I work at, they don't give you Dr. Martin Luther King's observational birthday off. But we get President's Day. Go figure. So people probably don't even want beans because after New Year's, I'm pretty sure everybody cooked black eyed peas. I'm not a black eyed pea really either. But I do eat it for the whole hype of bringing the new year. Pretty sure a lot of people do that. Them meats are good though. And I cook them with no meat. I just season the mess out of them. And I use vegetable bouillon. I'm trying to eat healthy, y'all. Even though the rice is starch and the beans are starch, but it's not a fatty food like fried chicken or, you know, some potato chips or something. It's healthy, it's food, you know. And our ancestors could eat anything they want to. Still had them little small waistlines. Or some of our ancestors was big boned. Them big boned women, they still was putting them little men. They get the little bittiest men that they can find. Why do big women attract smaller men? I never got that concept. Look at me. I'm feeding me, my chest, and the table. Always, never fails. Them beans are good. But these are good too. And this is wheat. And I did this in the air fryer. And it still got the same. Y'all hear that crisp crunch? It still got the same crunch as if I would have fried it or put it on a regular oven. Mm-hmm. I'm over here heavy. I'm tasting the mushroom and that green pepper. You know how when you saute the green pepper and the meat and just take on the flavor of the food. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See that mushroom? You see it? Mm-hmm. Mm. I wanted to eat a little bit before I start reading. Just some little stuff I printed out, some stuff that we've already, you know, studied in history or whatever. And I think it's very important that we teach this generation about what Dr. Martin Luther King had to go through, and Jesse Jackson and Muhammad Ali, and you know, a lot of them advocates that were fighting for our rights. Harriet Tubman. You know, so next month is Black History Month. And I'm going to integrate Black History Month in my meals or in my videos. You know, I love history. I like the mystery of it. I like to find out where I come from, what my people did, how we made it through the struggle. I want to know all of that because I wasn't there. So all I have is literature. I just have books and from what my grandmother and great-grandmothers and other people taught me. So I print out a couple things about Martin Luther King to make sure that my memory is correct of what I read before and what I was actually, was talked about too. So, Dr. Martin Luther King was not Dr. Martin Luther King when he was born. He was Michael J. King Jr., and so was his father. Well, his father went, I guess, and heard someone speak. And I don't want to butcher his name up, but I vaguely remember the story and learned it in the school. He went to someone. Difference or whatever, but his name was he was speaking. There was somebody there. Their name was Martin. So their actual name was Martin Luther. So that's how they changed their name. So the father, Martin Luther King Sr., changed him and Martin's name, Martin Jr.'s name, to Martin Luther King Sr. and Jr. So that's how he wasn't born with Martin. He was born as a Michael. Which some of you may not know that, but if you didn't, that's a little bonus for you. But I'm pretty sure everybody knew about that. Yeah, he was born January 15th. He was born in 1929. 1929, y'all. That's like 50-something years before I was born. And I ain't gonna say 50 what, because then I'll be telling my age. But I'm proud of what age I am. So let me stop. Well, yeah, he was born 1929. He died April 4th. 1968. He died actually, a few months after he had just had a birthday. And that's the sad part about it. But I actually had a chance to go to Selma, Alabama, where they had marched across the bridge in Selma. Very small town, very country, but very nice people, very friendly and inviting. I mean, I had a good time. The mosquitoes was bad, and so was the weather. Was like 1,000 degrees outside, but I went. So I actually got a chance to drive across that bridge that they marched across, and I thought that was great that I did experience that history. I'm all about history. That's why I went to Africa. We're gonna get into that later though. Well, so he was born in Atlanta, Georgia. So ATL people, Martin Luther King was born where y'all from, where y'all was born. But he led the remember he led in 1955. He led the Montgomery boycott, and we know what that was. So almost had to sneeze, y'all. My fault. But Martin was a great advocate. He was so remarkable, so smooth, so swag. From looking at all the footage that you see, because granted, this is before my time, so I only have to go off of what I've seen or what was taught to me or what was told to me. Just like I'm pretty sure a lot of you are, or if there's somebody out there that was born in 1929, well, then you lived it, but or a little bit after when he got older. But so we only have textbooks to go off. So when you think about it, you think about like, man, he went through a lot, and that's when racism was like heavy, like I couldn't even imagine being born in those times. The way our mouths, I'm not even gonna speak for nobody else, but the way my mouth set up, nah, I wouldn't have made it through them days. I would have got beat by Mister. But I'm not laughing. It's not a joking matter. But yeah, they would have dealt with me because my mouth is not set up. And I'm probably saying this now, but had I been born back then, I'm pretty sure I would have had the same spirit. But yeah, he led the boycott in 1955. The Montgomery bus boycott, where they didn't let Rosa Parks sit in the front, so they boycotted the buses. So black folks didn't ride the buses, so that made it harder for them to make the money because that's who was riding the buses. because majority of the people had cars. So he did that. He also, in October 14th, 1964, King won the Nobel Peace Prize. So that was another big accomplishment in his life. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I'm not going to bore y'all with this video about Dr. Martin Luther King, even though it can never get boring to me, because I genuinely love this man. I mean, he did a lot for me, for myself. You know, like I said, I always speak about me and what's good for me, but I can only speak about me. But he did great things for us as black people, and not to shine anybody else out, but we come a long ways. We come a long ways as a race. You know, it was when he was in times where they couldn't use certain bathrooms, they couldn't eat at certain restaurants. You know, they didn't have a luxury of going down certain places in their cars, and you know, but he fought all the way to the end, fought a good life all the way to the end. He's a very educated man, very, very educated. So, you know, we shouldn't take for granted of, you know, where we come from and where we started from. Not per se us per se, but us as a race, as a culture, as our ancestors, what they had to go through in order for us to even be here today to talk about what they did. So, like I said, I'm going to integrate Black History Month within my channel. If you guys want to join me, that's a great idea as well. I'm going to be putting out a couple little scavenger hunt challenges or whatever during Black History Month, but I think it's important that not even as African Americans, but as Caucasians, Asians, or whatever the race is, to learn about people in general who actually did great things for this country. Because the way this country set up now, y'all, is so corrupted, it's killing, it's shootings. I mean, it's just, you know, kids killing kids, and, you know, babies is dying out here. People killing their parents, you know, people shooting up schools and hospitals, and, you know, just you name it, they just doing this. Like, you know, we got to stay prayed up. We got to stay, you know, you got to stay humble, and you got to stay focused on what you want to do, and, you know, just be good to each other. You know, everybody out here bickering and fighting about who got this. It don't matter. It don't matter if the next person, if I don't have something, help me out. Show me how to get to, don't give me anything, but help me out with the tools if I'm naive to it. That's if I'm naive and I want to learn. Help me out to where I can get the tools for myself to progress and move on and make a change for me and my family and for my generation. You know, and I would do the same for anybody else. I'd give you the shirt off my back if I had to. That's just how genuine my heart is. But this video is basically based on Dr. Martin Luther King and all the wonderful things that he did for this country and for us as Americans, as African Americans, or whatever they call us. But you know, you just have to be genuine and true to yourself, and just think and sit back and reflect. Like, there was a lot of people before us who lost their lives, who lost their pride, who lost all sense of hope. But they just had that faith, and that faith was in God, and it shows you in so many different ways in textbooks of how, you know, we suffered as people. And then today we suffer as people too, because we are allowing the enemy to come in and to destroy us, our friendships, our relationships, our, you know, just everything, our workplace. You know, we have to start praying and thanking God for what we do have and not what we don't have. You always got to think of the glass as half full, not half empty. So I'm not going to bore y'all, but I just want to say, be good to each other. You know, be true. Let's 2020. I say 2020, fuck them, but I can't say that on everything, but for the most part, just be good to each other. You know, let all that drama go. Whatever you did in 2019, that's back there. Who cares? Whatever you did in 2018, that's back there. Who cares? One thing you should be bringing is positivity. I want love and positivity, and you can't ask for anything more. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like I said, I didn't want to bore you with all the Dr. Martin Luther King reading and everything, so I gave you some snippets. If you want to try this, I'll leave the description of what I made, and I will leave the instructions in the description box below. And I basically just made Great Northern beans with no meat. I just did seasoning, and a bowl of rice. A bowl of rice. And this is how they look. So this is what I'm going to be bringing to y'all. Alrighty, you guys have a good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like And don't forget to share me out. Put me in the YouTube streets. I don't care. I don't mind. Share me with your uncle, your brother, your cousin, your auntie, your baby mama on the side, your baby mama up the street, your baby mama's sister, cousin. It don't matter to me. Just get me out there. That's all I want to see. And once again, you guys, thanks a lot, and be true to each other. And happy birthday observation for Dr. Martin Luther King. Let's keep 2020 positive. Let's ride this mug till the wheels roll off. Thank you guys. Love you. Peace.